One-on-one PvP in a PK server. This morning I logged into the Chinese blog for Diablo Immortal, and there's some details of a new server opening up very soon that's going to offer 1v1. And as I mentioned, in a PK server. Now, what is a PK server? A server that is called PK means you can attack anyone inside of that server. Your character has the ability to attack other characters, which is not the way that it is in our server right now. Now you're in the open world and players can't attack one another unless if a special event is going on. This new server that's going to be launched is going to change all of that for players out in China. Now, why is this a big deal for us over here on the other side of the world? Oftentimes, different game modes and features release in China, and then shortly after we get them over here in the United States as well. So let's go through the details of this and see if this is something that we're actually going to be able to see over here or not. Notice they're talking about on March 27th. That's only 3 days away from now. And this is all amongst the mist of this update that's coming to the game. We don't have a hard date of that update yet, but I'm wondering if March 27th may have something to do with it. That is a date for something going on in China with this new server they're talking about. Maybe it has something to do with the update that we're going to be getting as well. So the spring version of Diablo Immortal is called Undertide Breakout. We will be officially launched. At the time, Diablo Immortal's first dual PK server, also called Undertide Breakout, will also be launched simultaneously. So the way that this is looking, as I read through this previously, it seems that this server, Undertide Breakout, is going to be the PK server, which means you may need to change into that server to participate inside of these events. We'll see if they tell us more about it. Competing against each other are waiting for you. Meet on a new server to fight against each other to determine the one-on-one champion. After the opening of the new server, the Dual King event will be officially launched, and the Westmarch Training Ground will usher in exciting and passionate battles on one after another. Let's ask the invincible hero. Let's see who is the top on the mountain. So they did say, and the Westmarch Training Ground will usher in exciting and passionate battles. I wonder if this is going to be a battle zone inside of Westmarch. There's been a bunch of different areas of Westmarch where I was always wondering, what are they going to put up there? Like when you go to the Elder Rift and the Challenge Rift and you go up the stairs behind, there's like an area there. Like what's that going to be used for? Potentially this. I have no idea. So this new gameplay is probably something that a lot of players, specifically PvP players that are heavy into PvP, and that's really why they play Diablo Immortal, would be excited about. Now, this is very broken English, so we'll try our best to decipher what they're saying. So they're talking about the 1v1 dual gameplay. In this translation, there's also about a lot of repetition of saying similar things. I'll try and clean it up as best as I can. National struggle for hegemony, a showdown of strength. Want to feel the romance of real man PK? That sounds so weird. Want to experience a passionate showdown? Then come to Westmarch for a one-on-one battle. After the spring version of Diablo Immortal is updated on March 27th, a new 1v1 arena PK gameplay will be launched, bringing unprecedented challenges and fun to players, making every duel an unforgettable experience. An unprecedented one-on-one PK feast is coming soon. Players will have the opportunity to compete in an arena and show off their personal strength. Are you up for the challenge? Okay, now they ask you a bunch of questions about trying to excite you about this new PK romance, as they call it. But I think the big thing right here is March 27th. It's nice to see that. We have the new gear here. This is the new gear that's going to be dropping that we spoke of in previous videos. Now they talk about recruiting questionnaires for bounties across the server. It's up for you to decide and plan on the violent attack. So things get a bit confusing here. Let's try and understand it. Will the planner be able to make games? Have you ever played games you've made? Why hasn't the XX system been changed? Since the launch of Diablo Immortal, players have been deeply resentful. This time, the official invites you to explode planning. Planning Bounty Order has been released online. Wait to personally learn game planning in 1v1 PK. Then quickly scan the QR code below to fill out the questionnaire and personally select a plan you want to beat. Plans that are subsequently voted on will also be publicly challenged in the game. After the new version is launched on March 27th, players can go to Sanctuary server and the new server, Undertide Breakout, and plan a 1v1 PK in the main city of Westmarch. They can vent their anger and receive surprise rewards at the same time. So it's a little clunky to understand what are they planning. It seems like they're planning some type of a challenge in the 1v1 type battle, and then if you scan that QR code, again, this is for people over in China, I don't think it would work for us, I did not try it, then if the plan that players create is voted on by the most people, it could potentially be in the game. And then there's rewards for having that, which is kind of cool. And these are a bunch of the rewards that they're talking about here. And look at this, they're talking about like real life rewards, not just in-game currencies and stuff. So that's kind of cool as well. New server appointment, everyone is courteous. Diablo Immortal's first dual PK server will be launched on the 27th. The smooth battle is exciting, but the generous gifts can also bring endless surprise. Reserve the new server Undertide Breakout now and participate in the lottery. So they're anticipating that the server can only hold a certain number of people, and there's a lottery system to get into that server. Very interesting how this is being done. Surprise gifts such as postal gift boxes, Zippo lighters, all these other cool things are going to be waiting for you. At the same time, after the new server is officially launched, players who got into the breakout server can create characters and complete gradient tasks will also get more lottery opportunities to win generous rewards, allowing you to have a great time fighting in the new server. I think this whole new server thing is cool. Now, what stinks about it, if there become multiple new servers for more one-on-one PvP, we could see the servers that are currently now together start to disband a little bit as players may want to go to these PvP focused servers. And I wonder if those focused servers, what they even look like. Does it have the whole game? Is it just Westmarch with a zone for that PvP and that's all you can do inside of that server? Very curious to how that's going to look. Hopefully we get to see some peaks of that as well as time goes on. Unparalleled in the world, the winner is king. With opening of the first new one-on-one PK server, Undertide Breakout, an unprecedented one-on-one king event is about to set off a PK craze. Are you ready to show off your strength? So this is all about the competition, becoming the king of Diablo Immortal, being the strongest one. Go to the Undertide Breakout server on the 27th to participate in the 1v1 PK gameplay, challenge yourself, break through the limits, and start your PK legend. Players who defeat the top 3 players in the arena will also receive generous cash rewards and become the true #1 in the world. This is a pretty cool graphic right there as well, showing what that looks like. The best in the world, who else but me? They're basically saying, come do this on the 27th. This is pretty cool, actually. A few questions that I have is, one, is it a full version of the game on this PK server? Can you do everything that you could do inside of the other game? I'm talking PvE, I'm talking Shadows versus Immortals, I'm talking about, is it the same exact game with an additional zone in it? Or is it just a PvP zone in Westmarch, a special area where you could do PvP, and you just stay there to do that, and then you would transfer back to your server for regular gameplay, standard gameplay in the game? We're going to see. This is exciting. It's not coming to us over here in the United States or in this end of the world as of yet, but maybe this is something that can come. It definitely does seem interesting, especially for all of you players who are big into PvP. This is like the next level of competition. Who's going to be the king? Maybe we'll get it as well. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think this is a cool feature that you would like to see over here in this side of the world as well? Have a great day, guys. Remember to subscribe. See you back here tomorrow.